Work. So we went for a little bit of a swim this morning, as I've been feeling a little bit ill over the New Year and Christmas break. So this is one of the first sort of gymnastics sessions I'm doing this week. So it'll be good to get some volume in the shoulders again as I start to feel a little bit better going into the next week. So hopefully we'll get some good clips of whatever we do this week in regards to training. Got a lot of things kind of training for this year, so it'll be fun to document how those go and take place along this year. Shoulders aren't feeling too bad. Oh, I'll tell you what though, because I'm pretty new to swimming, it tanks out my lats, really gets my lats going. I'm really trying to focus on the catch and all the things to do with the form, but God, it just really gets my lats going every time. Bit of a maintenance week at the moment. After that Christmas period works quite well, because like I said, I've been feeling a little bit poorly. Got that December viral flu that's been going around. So I've got a couple of 5-minute EMOMs for handstand push-ups, back facing, wall facing. No prescribed rep range. I'm going to try and find a number on this first one that feels challenging but repeatable, especially because I'm going to do 10 sets of maybe the same rep range, even on the wall facing ones. So maybe 4 in reserve, 3 in reserve. We'll see how it feels, but it's just going to be a 5-minute one and another 5-minute one. Let's see how 7 feels in the shoulders. Yeah, not too bad. Went to 8 because they felt pretty good. Okay, damn, that rest is going quite fast. That might have been an error going for 8. Let's see if we can keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we might be all right. Let's see. Cool. Shoulders feel all right. Just tell you what, like when you're a little bit poorly, it's the lungs that take a while to get back to fighting shape. You know, I went for a run yesterday and pace felt good, but just the lungs felt like they just needed to be stretched. If you know what I mean. If you have had that when coming back from an illness. Yeah, you know what? I think with 8 actually, probably got the right number there, seeing as it is a maintenance week, because that's 3 out of the 5 sets for back facing done. So wall facing, I find not crazy in terms of, not a crazy difference in terms of difficulty between the two. They're definitely harder, wall facing, but whether I stick to 8 on the next 5-minute EMOM, we'll see. Okay, 2 more, see how this goes. Yeah, shoulders still feeling good. Definitely slowed down on the last few compared to the other sets, but that is to be expected. As long as it doesn't feel like I'm going to failure with these EMOMs, I'm pretty happy. Okay, last one. Hit the mic on the floor on that one. Yeah, so I reckon 8 would be the sweet spot for the back facing there. Maybe a little bit less for the wall facing though. Okay, wall facing a little bit funkier. So let's see how this goes. I'll do a little cartwheel into it. God, this one gets me every time. Easy to get in, hard to get out. 7. Yeah, so after this, I've got 200 feet of handstand walk for time, which, especially after these, is going to feel quite spicy. So 200 feet, what's that? 200 feet, it's about 40 meters, give or take. Is that 40 meters? No way. Shit, let me do that maths in a minute. I can't be right. Let's do this maths. 20, 50 feet is 15 meters, roughly. Yeah, so 60 meters. Last one. Yeah, considering I've not done much handstand work, press or walk, shoulders feel okay. Definitely fatigued, but that's what you get for being ill. If you're wondering why I've got a flannel on, it's because it's Friday and we do flannel Fridays. Let me lay out these cones. I'm going to lay them out strategically so I don't try and be a hero on the first set and try and do a massive unbroken one. I remember I did a workout not too long ago where I had some skis straight into, I want to say 25 feet, which is like 7.5 meters, and that was hit pretty consistently. So I want to do more than 7.5 meters, but do I go to 10 and do 6 sets of 10 and break it up 5 times? That's the question. No, 10. There's 10 meters. 200 feet, which is 60 meters for time. Let's see how we go. Handstand walks, they're one of those funny ones, you know, like before getting into CrossFit, I'd done a lot of handstands. I could handstand balance, I could handstand push-ups, freestanding and all that, but even the strength to do handstand push-ups does not prepare you hugely for handstand walk. Like, it's so much about positioning and actually just like wrist and shoulder tolerance on each arm, and however many push-ups you do upside down, it's not the same as, you know, shifting your weight from one hand to the other. So it's been fun getting challenged by another sort of handstand skill that's not a one-arm handstand, which I don't have the time nor patience for. A little bit of a slope on the way down here. It's a little bit wet, but fuck it, I'm going to send it anyway. There's 10. Whew. Oh, shit. There's 20. Oh damn, who was I to say 2 minutes? It is a maintenance week after all. What are you doing, Ollie? Okay. Well, we're almost at that 1 minute mark, and I would rather maintain consistent 10-meter sets than just chasing 2 minutes now for the sake of it, because that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, baby. Right, consistent 10-minute bouts. Let's get it. Halfway. Got a little bit ropey at the end. 2 more sets of those 10 meters, and that is 60 meters. God, I'm feeling it in the wrist because the hands are so cold actually. God, it's like 0 degrees today, and in the warehouse it's not much warmer. It's not much warmer in here at all. Beautiful. Okay, One more set of 10 meters. Interestingly, I'm not feeling it too bad in the shoulders. I'm definitely feeling it, but it's more so the wrists and the core. It's that stabilization. Let's do it. Almost there, baby. There we are. Okay. 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Not quite 2 minutes, but consistent 10 meter sets. The Metcon program for today is 20 rounds for time of 20 double unders, 2 burpee ring muscle ups, and then 5 kettlebell thrusters. But from how I've been feeling flu wise, just to chip away and get a solid pace, I'm going to be more happy with. And plus, it's been a while since I've done double unders because of my Achilles injury, so it'll be nice to practice those again in a pretty achievable small set. Like 20 is not a lot, so breaking them up will be quite nice. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to try out this heart rate monitor I got for Christmas, so that it can track it, or I can track it without having to wear my watch, which is a big old plus. I just don't want to smash it on the floor when I do the burpees, but I don't think it will, to be fair. Also, I haven't figured out a graceful way of putting it on. But yeah, a lot more accurate than the old watch, as it uses actual ECG reading of the heart, as opposed to using a light beam that kind of goes through the surface of the skin, which is what these watches use, which is way more inaccurate because it gets affected by limb movement, the color of your skin, like all these variables that you can't avoid when you're doing physical activity, unless you're literally dead still on a bike. Then it's going to be more accurate because your arms aren't moving. Do some practice reps. With 24 kilo, it's going to feel proper heavy. I can't say I've done a burpee ring muscle up before. I've done burpee bar muscle ups, but let's have a practice rep. I mean, when I jump into that next one, they're going to be flying. Hello, mate. No. Someone's phone's going. I will not film the whole thing because that would be boring as hell. I'll see if I can film the first few rounds so we can get some footy. So this is the last round, or the 10th round that I did. Not too sure what happened to the audio. I think the mic turned off when I took my beanie off because it was still connected to the phone, but no worries. It was nice to get these movements back in the body. It was nice to flex the lungs a little bit after having the flu, but I just realised after that amount of volume that was all my Achilles needed, especially everything that I'd done in the days prior. But yeah, good stimulus on that one. I reckon I'm going to leave it there. I just did 10 rounds up to 20, which is not exactly what I wanted to do, but I felt like volume-wise, my Achilles, where it is at this point in time, that was probably enough. And didn't need to do any more volume than that. I'm still building back up tolerance in more intense stuff. Even like jumping up to the rings, jumping down, combined with all the double unders, like that still adds up. So I started running again. So that's also building up the tolerance extensively in that area. So, and also just take it slow, not rush it. Got a couple of things I'm training for this year, like I said earlier, that are kind of contradictory to each other in terms of physical attributes. I've got an 80k trail run in 12 weeks, beginning of April, which is the furthest I've ever, well, hopefully it will be the furthest I've ever travelled on foot in one day. So I want to make sure my Achilles is good for that. So I need to make sure I'm still building nice and incrementally, not rushing it. That includes the stuff I do in my Metcons throughout the week. So yeah, just sometimes comes down to listening to your body. Still get a great aerobic and anaerobic stimulus from that workout. Movements that I like, movements I haven't done in a while. So improving that movement efficiency and motion economy and some of that stuff. It's nice to do double unders again, and the Achilles still feels good. Like I said, that's probably enough for it today. Yeah. After that 80k in April, there is half Ironman beginning of July that I'm doing. So I need to start increasing the mileage on the bike. Like I said, I went for a swim earlier, so I'm trying to swim weekly just to improve my swimming technique, swimming capacity. Obviously, increasing strength alongside endurance pursuits is difficult, but just managing the load and the volume, as well as eating enough and being mindful of those things and those factors, means that hopefully my conditioning won't attenuate my strength goals as long as I moderate the total volume in my weeks, which I seem to be doing pretty well. And as time goes on, you get better at feeling that out for yourself. So yeah, I'm going to finish up with some bodybuilding accessory pieces for my shoulders, traps and calves. Not super sexy to watch. Might film them in the future, but that's it.